Content warning. This video discusses the topics of sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, and sexual assault.
Studies have shown that as many as 1 in 5 college women, 1 in 16 college men, and that as many as 21% of transgender, genderqueer, non-conforming college students experience sexual assault while they are in college. We share that statistic so that you understand how important it is for every member of a college community to work to prevent sexual assault from occurring.
It is also important for everyone here at JMU, including you, to know and understand the resources available on campus so you can offer support and help to individuals who may experience sexual assault, sexual harassment, or any form of sexual misconduct.
We're going to spend the next few minutes making sure you know the services JMU has to offer those who experience sexual misconduct or Title IX sexual harassment on our campus. It's going to be a lot to remember. You can always head to jmu.edu/Title IX to review these resources.
The Title IX office coordinates the university's response to incidents of sexual misconduct and Title IX sexual harassment that involve members of the JMU community. JMU students and employees who have experienced or know of sexual misconduct or Title IX sexual harassment in the JMU community are welcome to contact the Title IX office anytime to talk about resources and options. Because of how significant these issues are, if a JMU employee receives information about sexual misconduct or Title IX sexual harassment in our community, they are required to report that information to the Title IX office. This requirement does not apply to undergraduate student employees, except for Office of Residence Life staff, like an RA or hall director.
When the Title IX office receives a report, whether that report came from an employee who was informed of it, from a witness who saw it, or from the person who experienced it, one of the first things the Title IX office does is reach out to the individual who experienced the harm to provide information about resources and options available at the university and off campus. The party who is described as having experienced the harm is referred to also as the complainant.
Some of the resources available through the Title IX office as supportive measures may include informing professors about absences or requests to extend assignment deadlines, or assisting with changing classes, assisting with room changes on campus, or obtaining temporary emergency housing on campus, issuing no contact orders that prohibit communication between the individuals directly involved in an incident. Complainants can also choose whether they would like to file a formal complaint with the Title IX office so Title IX can investigate the incident and it can be addressed through a university process. The formal complaint option is only available if the responding party or respondent is a JMU student or employee. If a formal complaint is filed against a student, the matter will be addressed through the Office of Student Accountability and Restorative Practices. If a formal complaint is filed against a faculty member, even if a student files the complaint, the matter will be heard through a separate faculty process. Formal complaints filed against other types of JMU employees are handled through human resources. Generally, the decision as to whether to file a formal complaint rests with the complainant. Under limited circumstances, however, such as a clear and increased risk to community safety, the university may choose to pursue a formal complaint even if the complainant does not want to.
Complainants always have the option of pursuing criminal charges or a civil suit and may pursue those options in addition to or instead of university processes. The Title IX office is obliged by state law to share information about incidents of sexual assault and violence with law enforcement in cases where there is a clear and imminent threat to community safety. If that happens, the Title IX office will inform the complainant about the need to disclose to police. And when the police contact the complainant because of this information being shared,
the complainant will still be able to inform the police as to whether they wish to pursue a criminal case. The Title IX office treats information received and gathered with as much confidentiality as possible, while balancing concerns for safety. There are also several confidential resources available on campus for students who have experienced sexual misconduct or Title IX sexual harassment. Confidential resources do not have to share any information about incidents with the Title IX office.
The Counseling Center is staffed by experienced mental health professionals who are dedicated to the personal, social, and academic development of all JMU students. The primary focus of the Counseling Center mission is to provide the highest quality individual, crisis, and group counseling to students struggling with problems common to a college population. All clinical services at the Counseling Center are free, voluntary, and confidential. To access services for the first time, a student should visit the Counseling Center during walk-in hours, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
The Counseling Center also houses JMU's Victim Advocates, a second confidential resource on campus. JMU Victim Advocacy Services act as a safe, confidential, and inclusive resource for JMU students who have experienced sexual violence, relationship abuse, stalking, or other crime, whether recently or in the past. They welcome all who may have questions, who need support and guidance, and who are seeking resources and connection. Victim advocacy services are guided by the individual student's needs and wants, but often include information about support resources such as counseling, medical help, and academic supports, as well as reporting resources, including criminal and on-campus reporting options. Victim advocates can also accompany students to the resources they choose to connect with. Victim advocacy services are free, voluntary, and confidential. Victim advocates will not report any information they receive to the Title IX office without the student's prior consent.
The third confidential resource is the University Health Center. Students can seek medical attention at the University Health Center or any healthcare provider and speak freely about what they experience to get the medical care they need. Medical staff in the University Health Center are not required to report any information they receive to the Title IX office. Remember, our biggest resource in preventing sexual misconduct and Title IX sexual harassment at JMU and supporting those who experience it are the members of the JMU community. That includes you.
In the next video, we will focus on the university's sexual misconduct and Title IX sexual harassment policies.